And we are now live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the No Limit Fantasy Sports Podcast. I'm your host, your analyst, your time-to-time entertainer, Hussein the Brain. And we're talking about fantasy football, real life, NFL, of course, DFS picks for Week 9. We have some cool things going on this week. So thank you for tuning in to the podcast. Let's get it going. We're live right now on YouTube, and of course, audio form of the podcast is on all the major platforms. So, started out with a social media post. By the way, if you're not following me, I highly recommend you follow me on social media at Fantasy Couch. So this is one of my cool posts. Just wanted to get your guys' opinion. Who do you think should be the NFL MVP for 2019? Who do you vote for? I see some people in the chat. Jutsu, welcome. Who do you think should be NFL MVP? These are my top 5, and this is a pretty recent post. Only game that's really happened since this was the Thursday game, Niners-Cardinals. So the list is still relevant. Probably, maybe change after this week. So number 1 on my list, from if I had a vote, right? If I had to vote, I like to pretend that my vote counts. I have a vote, and so if I had a vote, this would be it. So my number 1 vote would go to Aaron Rodgers. I do factor in players that are playing better as of recent rather than late. So players on the decline, I don't like as much. Players that are performing well and I think have a brighter future. For example, Kirk Cousins, I like more than a guy who has the same exact stats as Kirk Cousins, but has done well the first 2 weeks and then has fallen off. And Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur have really flourished. We've seen Aaron Rodgers, I think he's better than he was before. And that's really just based off 2 games. But looking at how slow and sloppy and how much they didn't gel in the beginning versus how much they're gelling now, the play calling is insane. Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones are insane. Matt LaFleur is actually using the Green Bay Packers running backs in the pass game. This is a new, I don't want to call it a new phenomenon, but it's almost like a duh. When you get matched up against a linebacker, throw the ball against them. Like, call the right plays. Linebackers are not as good in pass coverage, and it's a pass-happy league. And this is exactly what we've seen with Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones. They get matched up against a linebacker. Boom, touchdown. Boom, 15 yards. Boom, 30 yards. Aaron Jones, Matt LaFleur, sky is the limit. Of course, I'm leaving Patrick Mahomes off this list. He's been injured. Number 2, I have Lamar Jackson. Any list I come up with, just any list period, top 10, top 5, is going to be controversial, especially this one here. People are saying bad things about me that I'm ranking Aaron Rodgers number 1. Don't want to repeat it. And then it's like the opposite. People say the same thing about putting Lamar Jackson even on this top 5 list. Look, his passing is not great as amongst the best. But, does it matter how you get it done? No, it doesn't. I don't like a quarterback that runs all the time like Lamar Jackson because he risks getting injured. But he didn't get injured, though. Other quarterbacks have gotten in. Big Ben got injured. Cam Newton injured. Lamar Jackson, 100% healthy. He's amazing. He's an elite athlete. He's not getting hurt. Patrick Mahomes got hurt. He puts so much pressure on the defense. Defenses look at the Ravens offense. They go, hey, this is what they run. This is Lamar Jackson. How do you stop him? No one has had a way to stop him, right? Maybe the Patriots do this week. Game of the week, Patriots-Ravens. Best defense going up against one of the most prolific, exciting to watch offenses. It's going to be amazing. Patriots kind of wrote the book on how to shut down that rushing quarterback, that read option quarterback. Remember those days, Kaepernick, Terrell Pryor, Tim Tebow. They destroyed Tim Tebow, and ever since then, it completely changed the NFL. Terrell Pryor became a wide receiver. Tim Tebow became, a commentator / minor league baseball player. Whatever happened, Patriots shut it down. Let's see what can happen here. It's a pretty even matchup, and it's in Baltimore. Number 3, well, I'm going through. I didn't think this segment would take this long, but it's pretty exciting. We have some really good quarterbacks. Number 3 is Russell Wilson. Really enough said. He's just elite. I'm ranking Russell Wilson not number 1 because Lamar Jackson beat him. That game, and we're talking about 8 games here, sometimes 7, right, if you had a bye week. So 7 or 8 games here, it's not that much. And when these two guys play each other, Ravens, Seahawks, I'm giving the edge to the quarterback that played better that game. Russell Wilson finally made some mistakes, threw a pick 6, and the Ravens won. Lamar Jackson rushed for another 100-yard rushing game, and the Ravens won. Seattle defense had no answer for him. Russell Wilson, number 3. Number 4, Deshaun Watson, and this is pretty much, I mean, I could really rank Deshaun Watson 3, 2, or 1. He's really been that good, and that throw he made with the hurt eye was just amazing. And then we have number 5, Christian McCaffrey. So valuable to that team. He is that entire team. He is that entire offense. And it's been working really well for that team. He's just been amazing. I knew he was good, but I really doubted him. I didn't think he was on this elite level. And I don't think the Panthers knew that when they drafted him. They were seeing a guy to get you 10, 15 touches a game and be really good and make mismatches. But, I mean, the guys like Michael Jordan out there as far as running backs go this year, no other running back is even close to him. Dalvin Cook is close, I guess. But as far as fantasy points, C-Mac has a really big lead on him. So those are my MVPs. Candidates, I like to pretend to have a vote, and you guys should pretend you have a vote too for who's the 2019 NFL MVP. Let me know in the live chat. Let me know on social media. Post it wherever you can, wherever I might see it. Who's your top 5? You don't agree with me? You probably don't. But if you don't agree, you got to let me know your top 5. That's the rules. That's only fair. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 3, Russell Wilson. Number 4, Deshaun Watson. And number 5, C-Mac. I think I'd have to put Dalvin Cook number 6. I think I'd have to put Dak Prescott in the top 10. He plays really well when the O-line's healthy. Okay, what else? What else do I want to talk about? Let's go into the picks. So we're playing on a website called NoLimitFantasySports.com. Same exact salary cap as DraftKings. Make it easier for you DK truthers out there, you DK players. Why did I open this? Oh, yeah. We do have a contest. We're giving away this. See, look, we're going to try something new. We're going to do a full screen here. That's me. Hello. We got a contest here. Okay, I just got an alert right now on my phone. I always stop everything I'm doing to get these alerts. They could be important. This one is important here. Okay, alert on my phone says, sources tell me there's a chance quarterback Patrick Mahomes will play tomorrow versus the Vikings. Expectations is defensive tackle Chris Jones will be active. Team hopeful on pass rusher Frank Clark. All limited in practices and officially listed as questionable. Game time decisions. Wow, that's a game. I mean, we're going from a good team to an elite team. If you guys don't know, Chris Jones, he's really good. Defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman. Frank Clark, he's really good passing the rush. He's okay against the run as well. Really good defensive end. What is he? Defensive end, edge rusher, whatever you want to call it. And of course, that's Patrick Mahomes there. So that's going to be quite a game. Vikings, Chiefs, if Mahomes is playing. I am starting Kirk Cousins in a season long, so I do hope Mahomes is playing. A little bit shootout. Give me a little Adam Thielen, too. We need Adam Thielen in there. And then we got ourselves a shootout. I do really believe that. What the heck was I talking about? Okay, here. Yes, this t-shirt right here. I know I got the hat. I got the No Limit t-shirt going on right now. No Limit Coin t-shirt. So we're giving away one of those to the first. Oh, I got to scream. The first place winner gets a No Limit Coin t-shirt. So for the contest, and that's this one right here. Yeah, right here. NFL touchdown, $500 guaranteed prizes. T-shirt to first place. And we have quite the overlay going. It might fill up a little bit. $5 to enter. Highly recommend you guys hop on that. Do a little physical prize on top of the cash prizes. The money you will win. The monetary prizes you will win. Pretty cool. Yeah. I like t-shirts. Everyone likes t-shirts. So let's talk about some picks right now. So what's the thumbnail say? Thumbnail says who's safe, who's risky, who's cheap, and who is super elite. So Deshaun Watson, super elite. He's not in the main slate, though. They're in the London game that's being played early. I hate those early London games. For analysts, Thursday games really suck and London games really suck because I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. I'm on the West Coast. I'm not doing it. I used to. And then I'm like, well, I can't. Well, I got to take a nap or something. So I'm like, well, I'll just sacrifice watching this one game. I'll DVR it. I'll watch the replay. And I'm not waking up to, watch this game and be tired the rest of the day. And then Thursday night screws us all up. The players hate it too. You have like one day to practice. Then you hop on the plane and you're already tired before the game even starts. For the fans, I guess it's kind of cool. I think the fans are kind of 50-50 on Thursday night football. I don't like it. It'd be so cool if all the games were played Sunday and then we get, one or two games Monday night. That would just make me so happy. Who am I talking to? Who's going to listen to me? All right, Roger Goodell, does he listen to this podcast? No, he does not. Russell Wilson, super elite, going against the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, decent. Buccaneers, good rush defense. Bad pass defense. Russell Wilson, super elite. And Price is elite, though, too. Patrick Mahomes might play. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I like that. I like a little bit of drama, a little bit of suspense, a little bit of spice, a little bit of an unknown factor. I mean, we're talking about last year's MVP, Madden cover guy. He might play, he might not. My guess is he really wants to get out there and play, and I think he's gonna play. I think he's gonna play. I do think he's going to play. Matthew Stafford is a safe guy. He's going against the Raiders. He doesn't have a running back. Kerryon Johnson's out for the year. C.J. Anderson is cut from the team. I just got word Trey Carson, their running back, is on IR, so they don't have a good running back other than J.D. McKissick, who's essentially a pass catcher. Love it. Matthew Stafford, he's been playing great this year. He could be in the discussion for MVP. If the team was winning, they had to beat the Chiefs that one game, and they had to, some close games, some unlucky games, but they really had to beat if he beat the Chiefs, he'd be up on my MVP candidates. Probably top 10, probably not top 7 though. Definitely not top 6. And Josh Allen, super risky, 6,500. Price is expensive. He'll be contrarian. Now, who I like that the price is not expensive and is risky, has tons of upside, is Jameis Winston. Let's talk about interceptions when it comes to fantasy, when it comes to DFS. What do they really mean? Because whether you're playing on a site that's -1 for interceptions, most sites I think are -1, right? -1 or -2. I think they're -1. Some sites are -2. Could be 50-50. I don't know. But that's not a lot of fantasy points when they throw a pick. You don't lose a ton. But it does hurt. It hurts the team. You don't want to see your quarterback throwing 5 picks. You don't want to see your quarterback throwing crucial picks in the red zone. It sucks. It kills momentum. And if it's not a pick 6, you're going to be losing. That's less pass attempts. For a team like this who passes anyway. So I don't like interceptions. They're not that big of a deal. Like you throw a pick or two, it's not the end of the world. You could still ball out. But I like to see teams that get off early and their defense sucks. So they're throwing efficiently and making big plays early on. And then they're doing it in the second half and in the fourth quarter as well. That's what I like to see. I don't like to see quarterbacks throw 2 picks in the first half and then kind of make a rally and do well later on all garbage time. That doesn't scream top 4 quarterback to me. And when you win these GPPs, that's your goal. I'm giving you guys a specific goal. You want a top 4 quarterback. Top 5, okay. I have a limit right there And I've been watching a lot of winners on GPPs, all types of GPPs, small, big, whatever. A top 4 quarterback is needed for first place more than likely. That's the goal, all right? Not top 5. You don't need the best quarterback always. You don't even need a top 2. So you want a top 2, but sometimes it's hard and unpredictable when there's a lot of weird quarterbacks playing. So you get yourself a top 4 quarterback, and Jameis Winston needs it. Let's see, against the Rams, 1 interception. You see? That was the quarterback that week. He was QB1, balled out 32 fantasy points. Only 1 interception. That's what you need. You can't turn the ball over 3 or 4 times as a quarterback and finish QB4. It's just not going to happen. It's sloppy. It sucks. Why am I talking about Jameis Winston for this long? That was I don't know. I like that. I like it because people are really torn about interceptions. I guess no one's talking about it as far as fantasy. And so I just wanted to clarify my thoughts on it, my take on it, because some people think quarterbacks that throw interceptions in fantasy are just complete trash. They're terrible. No way I'm doing it. No. Some people were telling me oh man, he's throwing picks. That means he's going to be throwing more. All good. It's not all good. It's right in between. We don't like it. And it does hurt the team. Who do we have next? Okay. This one right here is weird. Phillip Rivers, even though it's a home game, it's not really a home game, right? Not a lot of Chargers fans show up to this game, assuming there are any Chargers fans. I'm sorry. I know some Chargers fans listen to this podcast. I do know that. That is a fact. So Phillip Rivers, 5,100. He's the cheap guy. So what did we have? Stafford the safe. Wilson the elite. Now we have Jameis Winston, the risky guy with upside. He throws a lot of picks. Now we have the cheap guy, 5,100, Phillip Rivers. I think he'll be a little contrarian. I think he'll have a good game, and I think the price is super cheap. One of the quarterbacks I'm going for in GPPs. Wouldn't even hurt to pick him in cash because you save so much. Really depends on the other players you like. Like if you want to get C-Mac and Dalvin, Phillip Rivers is your guy for sure. He's so cheap. And I do have a punt that I don't recommend you picking. But Ryan Fitzpatrick, man, his receiving core is not that bad. He's not a terrible quarterback. They always have to throw the ball. Their defense isn't good. So it's pretty much a punt, a flyer, throw a dart. What else adjectives can we come up for this? It's do you believe in magic? He's going to need a little bit of magic, but he's playing the Jets. He can do it. They're at home too. I just noticed that. That's good. That's good. And for running backs, let's keep this super short. I like Dalvin Cook as my number 1 running back this week, 9,500. Of course, some people will prefer C-Mac, $500 more expensive, 10,000. That's pretty dang expensive. Chubb's cool, Le'Veon Bell's cool. Aaron Jones offers that same upside I mentioned with those guys, but the floor is much lower. I love Aaron Jones. Safety and trust not really there, but as far as the upside, he is there. Pretty good GPP running back because of the upside. Devin Singletary, and we'll talk about this. This is actually one of my favorite games. I'm just a fantasy nerd like that. Bills, Washington. Love Devin Singletary for 4,700. Things can happen, folks. And he's priced super cheap going against that Washington team that's just not good. Mark Walton priced at 4,500. Dolphins running back. Not a lot of trust in him, but he is cheap. And let's talk about Super Chalk. Absolutely love Jalen Samuels. Don't think Connor's going to play. Snell's already been ruled out. This guy's going to get 100% of the snaps possibly, and he's a good running back that can catch the ball. Not the best matchup. Hopefully that scares some people. Not scaring me for 4,000. He's bringing back value and then a lot more. Not and then some, and then a lot more at 4,000. For wide receivers, let's do the same thing. Let's go quick on this one. Adam Thielen, probable. I like that. I like that for Kirk Cousins. Same thing with Rivers. We're seeing Keenan Allen's price drop, 6,400. Now, talk about elite. Keenan Allen is super elite amongst wide receivers when healthy. Big asterisk. See, Michael Thomas is always healthy. He's always consistent, always balling. Keenan Allen is healthy only 60% of the time. That sucks. But I think he's healthy this week. 6,400. Absolutely love it. Matchup's not great, but nobody can guard this guy. Just like Michael Thomas. No one can guard Mike. No one can guard Keenan. Keenan, be healthy for me this week, man. We need you. Mike Williams there, DK Metcalf. Dolphins wide receivers, Devontae Parker, 4,400. Where you at? And Preston Williams, 4,200. And my dark horse, Taylor Gabriel. This is the type of... I like this game here. Bears, Eagles. Because no one else likes it. So we're going to get a lot of contrarian picks. A lot of sleepers. But you can't pick too many players from this game. You can only pick one or two absolute maximum players because it's not going to be high scoring. So you might go Anthony Miller. You might go Allen Robinson. I'll go Taylor Gabriel. And I'm not hating on any of the other picks. Just saying maybe David Montgomery is cool. But you can't pick too many players from this game. You know, you might go Deshaun Jackson to be contrarian. You might go Ertz to be contrarian. And then you got to stop there. Maybe Jordan Howard. Whatever you do, you can't pick more than one or two. So you want to pick 0 to 2 players. I like one. Throw a dart. Throw it really hard, but throw just one dart at this game. And I guess my dart is going... I got the Taylor Gabriel dart. And I'm throwing it into... Where am I throwing it? Philadelphia. Let's see. He's priced 3,900. Eagles, Bears game. Could be sloppy. Could be low scoring. Someone's going to score, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's not really advice I usually give. We want to target high scoring games, but every game is different. No game is the same. And so, like, I targeted David Montgomery last week, right? Low-scoring game. And it's slated to be a low-scoring game according to the lines. And it was a low-scoring game. David Montgomery beasted that game. He did very well. What did he do? About a touchdown, 130? It's very good. And this game, man, very extreme. You have a bad quarterback in Trubisky going up against a bad secondary. And then you have Carson Wentz, who's been declining, but we know he's super talented, big playmaker, going against a tough defense that's been on the decline, especially with Akeem Hicks injured. They can't stop the run much. And so a lot of variables, a lot of unpredictable things. And that's why I like it for GPPs. Not a game you want to target in cash, by the way. Cash is head-to-head, 50-50. Double ups. Don't target that game for cash. Do target that game for GPP, but only one player, at the most two. I've already said these things. Moving on, tight ends, we got a crapshoot here. I really like Hunter Henry this game. Waller's good. Kelsey's good. Man, Kelsey with Mahomes, that could be some nice magic right there. Don't care if it's the Vikings playing him. I don't care if the Vikings are matched up against him. Don't care. Ertz purely just because he can have a good game. I don't like Ertz, but his price is cheap. No one's going to pick him as everyone's in Ertz depression land. Goddard has outscored him. The backup tight end, Dallas Goddard, has outscored him every game the last 3 weeks. Look at this, 7 points, 5 points, 4 points. Goddard outscored him all 3 times. Are we passing the torch? Not quite yet. Maybe one more Ertz game. And then for those of you that follow me and know me, I don't like Ertz. I like Kittle way more. Thankfully, I drafted Kittle before. I didn't draft Ertz at all in season long. I'm a Kittle truther, and Ertz is overhyped. He's still I'm not saying he sucks, okay? That's why I like him in DFS. Sleeper. Jonnu Smith, 3,800. Everyone's going to be picking him. Delaney Walker is out. But what am I going to do? Am I going to do that? No. I like Hawkinson, contrarian, 3,700 going against the Raiders. But I'd rather go with Mr. Cameron Brate. 3,100. This is the matchup. Cameron Brate's excellent in the red zone. He got a couple touchdowns with O.J. Howard in the lineup. And no more O.J. Howard. I do see him having a really good game. Let's see. Bruce Arians hasn't been using the tight end much. But that's my take. Nothing against Jonah. I love him. But I just think with the price is good, they'll be throwing the ball. The Buccaneers will be. And it was a Jonah week last week. This week, I think it'll be Brate. Yeah, I think they're about even. But that's just how I like to approach DFS. Go against the grain. I love GPPs. I love winning first place. I love taking risks, and it's been paying off. For defenses, pay up and get the Bills. All right, guys. I got a comment on social media. Someone's like, what did someone say? Like, wow, something about the Bills. I don't even. Oh, it was about Scary Terry McLaurin, and. I totally forgot. This sucks. I don't know why I thought I don't remember the comment. I remember what I answered though, and I was like, this comment sounds like somebody who's never watched Dwayne Haskins play this year, and he was like, yes, I have never seen him play, and he's like, I'll take your word for it, dude. He is so bad. Dwayne Haskins is so bad this year in the NFL. That the coaches call all the safest plays. It's all run plays. It's all check downs. It's all 5-yard plays. Easy. They call the highest percentage, easiest read, dummy, dumbed down, basic calls. And Dwayne Haskins still throws picks. So watch out. He's very uneasy. He's not adapting well to the NFL this year. Not saying he won't be good later on. I was never high on him because in college he put up 5,000 yards, but it was all 5-yard passes. His teammates did all the work. 5-yard pass to the running back. Running back runs for 75 yards. That's an 80-yard throw on the stat sheet. That's what he was doing all day. And I think he had the slowest 40 time, too, out of all quarterbacks. He's just not that great. Jay Gruden didn't want him, and you don't want him on your fantasy team. Trust me. Bills D is good. I'd say if the Bills D was mediocre, was a little bit below average, I'd still be juiced to start them and pick them. They're priced $3,800. Case Keenum, in case you didn't know, he's out with a concussion. Dwayne Haskins is in. In case you didn't know what I was talking about, you didn't understand, I'll put it simply, Dwayne Haskins is trash. Bills D, spend up, get it. Now, I do have other defense picks, but Bills D, I've never been so... I recommend them. Okay, I'm highly recommending them. If they do bad, so be it and lose. I'm going all in on the Bills D. I do always want to give other options, though. Seahawks going against Jameis Winston. He has a lot of turnovers. Jets going against the Dolphins. Tank Fest. Browns going against Joe Flacco's backup, which is Brandon Allen, who might be better than Flacco. But, I mean, Broncos offense sucks. So Browns have a lot of upside. I'd say they're the same amount of upside as the Bills, but their floor is just unknown. It could be really bad. They are the Browns. And they are the Broncos. They're playing in Denver. Eagles and Bears, both defenses there in a game that we really can't predict what's going to happen. Broncos going against Baker Mayfield. Baker sucks this year and turns the ball over. A very cheap price defense is the Panthers at $2,800 going against the Titans. Low scoring game here. You don't see the Titans putting up a lot of points that game. That's super cheap. And then, of course, Vikings if Mahomes is out. But seems like Mahomes, I think he's going to play, man. I think he's going to play. And we do have a punt. You guys want a punt? Steelers D going against the Colts. T.Y. Hilton is out. They're priced at $2,400. I wouldn't consider... This is the only defense I would even remotely consider priced that cheap. Yeah. And those are all my picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know who your 2019 NFL MVP is. Make sure you guys do head on over to NoLimitFantasySports.com. Enter the NFL Touchdown $500 guaranteed contest. Giving away one of these t-shirts to first place. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Just hit that No Limit icon over there. Make sure you subscribe to the audio form of the podcast. It's available on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify, and all the other major podcast platforms. I'll see you guys on the next video / podcast / live stream, however way you're tuning in. Good luck this week, everybody.